The world of mechanical engineering, it's changing, and man, it is changing fast. So today we're going to lay out a super clear roadmap to help you navigate all the innovations, the challenges, and honestly, the incredible opportunities that 2025 has in store. All right, so here's our game plan. Our roadmap is broken down into 5 key stages. We're going to start with the absolute non-negotiable foundation. Then we'll look at where the industry is headed. After that, we'll talk about upgrading your personal toolkit, how to build some real credibility, and we'll finish up with a solid plan for networking that actually gets results. Let's dive in.
First up, the new engineer's foundation. Look, it's easy to get caught up in all the new tech, right? But the thing is, the fundamental laws of physics and mechanics, that's the rock-solid ground you have to build everything else on. It's non-negotiable.
So think of modern engineering like it's standing on 2 legs. On one side, you've got that core theory, the stuff that doesn't change, like thermodynamics or how materials behave under stress. On the other side, you've got the essential tools. But here's where the magic really happens. It's connecting the two. It's about using a tool like ANSYS not just to make a cool-looking simulation, but to really see the fluid dynamics you learned about. It's using your deep knowledge of material science to create designs in SolidWorks that are lighter, stronger, and more efficient. That's what proficiency is. It's using the tools to bring the theory to life.
Okay, so you've got your foundation totally locked down. Now what? The big question is, where do you point those skills to make the biggest possible impact? And that brings us right to mapping out what's coming next and spotting your next huge opportunity. Right now, there are 5 major fields that are just starving for great mechanical engineers. I mean, just think about it. You could be designing super efficient battery cooling systems for electric vehicles. That's a huge thermal challenge. Or you could be creating the intricate grippers for next-gen robots and automation. Whether you're into developing new turbine blades for renewable energy, finding ways to make aerospace parts lighter and stronger, or messing with new metal alloys for 3D printing, these are the places where demand is just off the charts. And let's be super clear here. We're not talking about small, niche markets. Every single one of these areas is a multi-billion-dollar global industry. So this isn't just about cool tech projects. It's about massive economic engines that are being designed, built, and perfected by mechanical engineers. Your work is literally fueling this growth.
Now, to really make a splash in these billion-dollar industries, your foundational skills are just the entry ticket. You've got to upgrade your toolkit, blending that classic engineering know-how with the technology that's actually shaping what's next.
So when we talk about a modern toolkit, it really has 2 sides, and you absolutely need both. On the technical side, maybe that means learning some Python so you can automate all that boring data analysis. Or getting your head around the Internet of Things, or IoT, so you can design smart products that actually talk back to you with real-world data. Or even using AI to generate designs that a human might never even think of. But all that technical genius, it's kind of useless if you can't communicate it, work with a team, or lead a project. Those soft skills are what multiply the power of everything you know.
And that is the big idea, right? That's the key. Just imagine you're designing a modern prosthetic limb. You need all those classic skills in materials and mechanics to make sure it's strong and moves right. But you also need to build in sensors for feedback, you need software to control it, and you need data analysis to make it better over time. It's that perfect blend of the physical world and the digital world that defines a great modern engineer.
So just for a second, think about your own toolkit. For real. What's the one thing you could add that would unlock your next step? Is it something technical, like picking up Python to save yourself some time? Or is it about getting better at explaining your complex ideas so you can lead the next big project? Only you know the answer to that. Okay, but here's the thing. Having the skills is awesome, but it's only half the fight. You have to prove you can use them to solve actual problems. And that's what this next part is all about. Building that real-world credibility so people trust what you can do. So how do you actually do that? Well, getting certified in something like Six Sigma, or from a company like Autodesk, or a group like ASME, that shows you've got the formal knowledge. But honestly, nothing beats actual experience. Internships are great for getting a foot in the door. And live projects, I'm talking even that thing you're tinkering with in your garage on the weekend. They show you can take a problem from start to finish. Every one of these becomes a story you can tell with real proof to back it. And this is something you've got to burn into your brain.
A resume is just a list of claims. A portfolio is the evidence. In today's job market, showing your 3D models, your analysis, pictures of your projects, your code, that will always, always speak louder than a list of skills on a piece of paper. You've got to show, not just tell.
So now you've got this amazing portfolio. It's packed with proof of what you can do. What do you do with it? You gotta get it out there. And that brings us to our last stop, networking. Because your skills and your projects become so much more powerful when the right people see them and talk about them. And listen, networking isn't that awkward thing where you go around begging for a job. It's about building a real presence. It's a continuous process. You start by building a solid LinkedIn profile that really shows off your work. Then you use that to join forums and communities where you can actually learn from people and ask good questions. Go to industry events, even the virtual ones count, to hear what's new. And then you close the loop by sharing what you're working on. See how that works? It's a loop. You learn, you connect, you share, and you just keep that cycle going.
So what does all this boil down to? What's the big takeaway from our whole roadmap today? The future of engineering isn't someplace you arrive at. It's about being in constant motion. 2025 and all the years after are going to reward the engineers who are just relentlessly curious, who are always learning new things, who can adapt to new tools, and who never, ever stop looking for a better way to build something.
So there it is. You've got the roadmap. The path forward is clear, and the opportunities are massive. The only real question left is, where are you going to lead the future? Thanks for sticking with me on this one.